right, guys, we are on our way to Colorado, and man, we're excited. We've already hit some cool weather up here in Flagstaff.
Yeah, we've gone from desert to pine trees. It was 75 when we left Arizona. Now it's 59. What, an hour and a half? We're 4,000 feet higher.
Yep, and that's about the elevation is going to be in Colorado as well. So
7,000.
So, but it is supposed to. It's going to be a little cooler when we get there, and then later in the week it's supposed to go up higher in temperatures, right?
Yeah, low 80s.
Low 30s, high 20s overnight, but the temperatures then go up during the daytime, so should be pretty nice, I think. Yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, we'll bring you guys along with us. So enjoy the ride. All right, we've added another state to our map. Colorado. We're here at Outback-RV Park, and really, it's out in the middle of nowhere.
It's beautiful.
Check out this view.
Mountains all the way around.
And listen to the silence. We are really nowhere near a highway or a city or town. There's a few houses on the road on the way back here, but man, it's just gorgeous. Had a little trouble getting in. Base here is all gravel, so whenever we went to come in, and it wasn't level at all, so we were down actually about 4 inches, so we had to put our wedges in, and when we did, they kept sliding, they kept digging into the gravel, which you can kind of see over here. They're dug in a little bit, but we got that in, and on this side I dug out underneath the wheels to lower this side by a couple inches, and that gained me a little bit of height so that I could get this perfectly level, and which we did. We got it perfectly level, so it's all good. So yeah, this is our new home. We're gonna originally stay here for a week, I think, but I think we're probably gonna have to maybe extend it to 2 weeks.
Looks like there's a lot to do.
Yeah, such a beautiful site.
Yeah.
So I think that we'll probably extend it for a couple weeks and really explore the area. There's also supposed to be opening up, what's that place called?
Mesa Verde.
Mesa Verde, is it? What is it, an ancient city, right? Like,
yeah, all the old cliff dwellings.
Cliff dwellings?
Yeah.
All the old cliff dwellings in Mesa Verde is what we believe it to be. But that's supposed to be really cool. They have tours there and whatnot, so they're going to open those up on the 24th. So yeah, we're going to go check everything out and bring you guys along with us. Outback is a brand new RV park that is situated 5 miles outside of the town of Cortez, Colorado, on a serenely quiet backcountry road. It is also conveniently located just 12 minutes from Mesa Verde National Park. 16 minutes from the Canyons of the Ancients Museum, and 9 minutes from the Walmart Supercenter in Cortez. The park has 8 sites with full hookups, and the price per week or month is one of the best we've seen. If you can, try to reserve site number 1 as it has incredible views of Cortez, the Ute Mountain, and the hills of Mesa Verde. The owners, Bill and Judy, were wonderful hosts who checked in with us on a regular basis to ensure we were enjoying our stay and provided us with maps and information of all the local attractions. During your stay at Outback, be sure to check out the trails at Phil's World BLM Mountain Biking Complex that has a trailhead literally 30 seconds up the road. We don't do a lot of mountain biking, however, we do love to hike with our dog, Selena, who had a great time hiking down to the canyon that is adjacent to the park. If you do like to ride mountain bikes, this is the perfect place to stay, as Outback is right in the middle of the entire 60-mile trail system. We are hiking on a mountain biking trail and a hiking trail. This is Phil's World, which is kind of an odd name, but it's on BLM land out here in Mancos, Colorado. And there are tons and tons of trails throughout this whole area. If you like to mountain bike or even hike, this is a great place to be. And it's right up the road from the campground where we're staying. So it's perfect. Lots of juniper trees everywhere. Okay, hey, we're back at Phil's World and I'm on my bike. So gonna take a little ride and check out the trails here. I've never actually ridden on trails on a mountain bike before, so this is a new experience for me. Coming from Ohio, not too many mountains to ride a mountain bike on, but figured give it a shot here. Looks like it's gonna be fun. Bring you guys along for the ride. Well, hey, that was pretty fun. Just a short little ride, but that was a good time. So Ann told me before I left that I need to get a shirt that says my other bike's a Harley and wear that whenever I'm riding this bike. So I thought that was pretty good. All right, guys, well, that was a good little trip here. We're gonna do it again. This is the Knife Edge Road. You can see that same point out there in this picture right here. There was actually a road that traveled along there into the park here. I don't know how they managed to do that. It's in 1911, just 5 years after the park was established. The trail became the Knife Edge Road, a new section of the main park road. Although scenic, the road was narrow and steep, and the instability of the soil made it difficult to maintain. So they ended up creating new roads into the park here. That just didn't work out very well, it seems. What a view. Park Point Trail. This short, gentle trail leads to Park Point, highest point in Mesa Verde National Park, 8,572 feet. On a clear day, 4 states are visible: Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah. So we're here at Park Point Trail. What do you think? Pretty amazing. This is Mesa Verde National Park, and it is pretty incredible. Park Point is the highest point in the park. What was it?
8572.
8572 elevation. Thank you, Ann. I was waiting for that. So yeah, highest point in the park. Got to come up here. Should be one of your first stops when you get into the park. That way you can see the amazing views, and then head on in 20 miles in to the cliff houses, cliff dwellings. That's where we're headed now. There he comes. We're at the Far View community site here. Starting around AD 800, ancestral Pueblo people lived here for several centuries, farming the deep mesa topsoils, building their homes and raising their families. And this right here was their central gathering place. This is the Far View House, the center of town. Here's a picture overview. So yeah, there's a lot of kivas. A kiva here. All these round things are kivas. Central gathering areas, I believe, is what those are. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. And then all the different rooms throughout were for the individual people, families, whatnot. As you'll see, these rooms are very small. It's some of them are a little larger, like this one here is a little larger, but yeah, there were some that are really small. Doorways leading in. Most likely had a wooden roof on this. I believe some reconstruction has been done as well. You can see different pipes coming out for drainage. Some of them are plastic, so I would definitely say some reconstruction has occurred. So here's an example of the kiva that you can see, where people would gather. What are the ledges called, Anne?
Banquettes.
Banquettes are the ledges that you see there. If I'm not mistaken, they would have fire pits in the center, right? And the holes down there in the bottom, I believe, were ventilation shafts that would allow ventilation down into these areas. All the stones you see are sandstone. This mortar is just mud made from water and dirt. That was it. That's all they used. See, they have drainage systems here, little gutters. Here's a small room right here. So the ancient Puebloans, also called the Anasazi Indians by some people, occupied this land starting around 550 AD and continued on through around 1200 AD. They used the tops of the mesas, which are the flat parts of the mountains, where they farmed and raised livestock, built these houses up here early on. And then they eventually moved to the cliff dwellings, which we're eventually going to see here. So the Pueblans even had dogs as domestic animals, and they had turkeys as well that were domesticated. They used actually for food as well as feathers for their bows and arrows. I should say feathers for their arrows. And here's Coyote Village. And here's an overall view of Coyote Village. They got room blocks over here, kivas throughout. Here's the central tower.
So, wow, this is in nice shape.
Oh yeah, this is really nice shape. Here we go. This once again is a kiva, and there is one of the ventilation diverters right there, that little stone pillar in front of the hole. So their fire pit would have been in the middle, and then the diverter helped circulate the air throughout this kiva, and you can see the hole down there coincides with this hole right here, which is filled in right now, but at one time it would have been open, and that would have gave them ventilation to relieve the carbon monoxide. There's an underground tunnel here somewhere.
See down there? Below?
That must have,
and then that's just filled in, maybe?
that must have been filled in, but okay. So right there is the hole for the tunnel that would lead underground over to this tower right here. It's all filled in now, but there is also over here an underground tunnel that leads from this kiva over to this room. Pretty awesome.
Whenever you're adjusting them. That's funny.
You're looking at the cliff dwellings? It seems as though we've been foiled again. We are here at Spruce Treehouse, which you can see right down there. They said the trail is closed due to rock slides, and we ran into another issue where they're not doing tours here anywhere because of COVID-19. And this was one of the few cliff dwellings that you could actually get to and walk around as a self-guided tour, but we are not going to be able to. Man, this is really cool. I really wish we could go on a tour because that just looks so cool down there. Would really love to go down and check that out and climb up in there and actually see that up close in person. What a steep canyon this is. Oh, you can even see some dwellings over here as well, all the way across the other side of the canyon, up on the cliff there. That's pretty high up. Wow, that is just awesome. So the square tower house here, it's a spectacular alcove dwelling with 8 kivas and at least 60 rooms. Looks very different than when first viewed by the local rancher in 1888. The earliest preservation work occurred in 1919 when rubble and debris were removed and necessary repairs were made. Here's an original picture before they did the restoration. Wow, that is a big difference. You can see all the rubble and everything, so they reconstructed that all. And that's what it looks like today. Beautiful job in restoring that. Well, I'm really glad you could join us for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. So Mesa Verde was incredible, and we can't wait to return next year when things are open back up so we can actually get down and do a tour of the cliff dwellings. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you some footage of that next year. But in the meantime, what you see behind me is San Juan National Forest, and we're going to be bringing you a video next week on that, on our trip to San Juan, and hope you can join us for that as well. So we'll see you then.